Everyone wants their home to have a personal touch. That's why we call it Home Sweet Home. But what happens when that home is unlike anything you've seen before? ABC's Nick Watt was invited over and wasn't the first to ask, "You live where?"
If you fly over these woods today, you're sure of a big surprise.
Bruce?
No, it's not a plane crash.
Hi.
Hi.
It's,
Welcome to my home.
It's Bruce Campbell's house.
How do I get in?
Why didn't you just build yourself a nice little log cabin or something? I mean, I've got to say, driving up in the car, I couldn't help but burst out laughing.
It is different. I'm an engineer and I love toys, and this is a good, big toy.
This was once a perfectly normal Greek passenger jet, Olympic Airlines, until Campbell, a pleasantly eccentric electrical engineer, bought her for 100 grand, flew her to Oregon, where a house mover inched her into her new forest home.
I mean, you've gone for the kind of open plan feel.
Yeah.
Works.
I'm single. I don't need walls. They just get in the way.
Where Campbell has rigged up the toilet, so it works on the ground.
It flushes.
Oh yes, and the shower. Well, that's a custom edition. Campbell, who is still remodeling, right now sleeps in what was coach on a fold-out couch.
So at night, do you have to put down every window shade?
No, I don't worry. The squirrels don't complain.
Guests can recline on the original aircraft seats and enjoy the totally disconcerting view out of Campbell's front window.
To me, that's the view that a pilot is going to see just before he dies. Out onto the deck.
And for outdoor fun,
Nice bit of outside space.
well, there's this.
There's a lot of gear.
Have you ever bounced on an aircraft's
like
wing?
a normal airplane.
Yes.
Do you think this is going to catch on?
Well, I do. I really do. And I'm disappointed that it hasn't caught on already.
Aircraft are decommissioned every day and mostly consigned to the boneyards. Campbell thinks we should all live in them. He does. Would you? Okay, if not a plane, what about this? Would you live in a trash can? We're in Brooklyn, and here we have a drab green dumpster on the outside. Inside, holy smokes if it isn't a fully functioning home. Greg Klein, an artist from California, turns into Top Cat when he's in the Big Apple for work. He lives in a garbage can.
It was just an idea that hit me all of a sudden.
It's his Brooklyn pied-à-terre.
Got all my socks, underwear, shirts. I have a lot of bedding in here, pillows, blankets. Here's the refrigerator, which is just a cooler with ice.
And what if his wife comes with him?
She was just down here for a week. We stayed in the dumpster together.
The place is just 6 by 6 by 5.5 feet.
You can go diagonal and still stretch out.
Yep, I know what you're wondering,
Right
and
next to
here's your
that,
answer.
We have the toilet. Kind of a marine grade toilet, one you would find in a boat.
And if you look closely, you can actually see the sidewalk. The empty dumpster cost 900 bucks, brand new, no garbage smell, and Klein spent another 2.5 grand pimping her up. Granite countertop, gleaming grill, roof terrace, and yes, like Campbell, Mr. Klein also jerry-rigged a working shower. If you don't mind strangers catching a glimpse.
Just flash that guy.
Total cost, 3.5 grand, which is like a month's rent on a 1-bedroom apartment here in hipster Nirvana.
No rent, no mortgage, no property taxes.
And you can park it pretty much anywhere. No one bats an eyelid at a dumpster. No one would ever imagine it's actually a house hiding in plain sight.
Well, it's probably the nicest garbage can in the world.
Yep, it probably is. And is this, on Bainbridge Island, Washington State, the nicest treehouse in the world? It looks like a cuckoo clock.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
But inside is the most ridiculous treehouse I have ever seen. The fairy tale brainchild of Heidi Danilchik.
First off, I have a lot of wonderful friends and relatives, and they were getting tired of my couch. So I needed a place, a guest house.
She got one. Inspired by the Swiss chalets of her childhood vacations, this place sleeps 4. And I'm talking 4 adults.
Hot and cold running water, gas fireplace,
It's not your apple crate in the branches treehouse in Grandma's backyard. This is a tricked-out house in a tree with a china hutch and killer views. All built by Treehouse Workshop. That's Pete Nelson's company. He's the star of the Animal Planet series, Treehouse Masters.
I'm Pete Nelson, the Treehouse Man.
And here's the bad news. Nelson says a fat treehouse will cost you at least 100 grand.
I feel bad throwing around 100 grand like that, but that's kind of like where I'm finding we're mostly in that range to start with.
Right,
and it goes
right.
up from there. Yeah, it's terrible.
Nelson has built tree houses costing up to $500,000.
Was your husband 100% supportive during the entire process?
My husband was away at work.
My, oh my, that's a shock to come home to. A £50,000 treehouse, looking like something out of Lord of the Rings.
It doesn't harm the tree at all.
No, the tree, I tell you, the tree likes it. I think they do. I like to think they do.